Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to my YouTube. I hope you're enjoying good health. Respected listeners, I'm back with one of the exciting videos. With me I have, what's your name?
Irfan Tariq.
Irfan, you have to speak louder so that you can be recorded very well. This test is conducted at GSL Pakistan Rawalpindi campus, that's in Southern Rawalpindi. And my name is Mubarak Ali Khan. My examiner number is 37474. And with me I have, can you tell your name again?
Irfan Tariq.
Irfan, your candidate number is 74744. For my record, can I get to know a little about you, especially your academic background?
Sure. So basically I'll start from the beginning. My name is Irfan Tariq. I live here in Rawalpindi. And I've recently done my graduation from Arid University and I've scored 3.83 CGPA. And I've also been working as a software developer, prominently as an Android developer for a company for 6 months. And recently
I got my point, Irfan, thank you. Tell me a bit about your family.
So basically I have a family of 5, my parents, and I have 2 brothers. One of my brother is abroad and one is working with me on a company known as Bank.
Okay, so what your brothers and sisters do?
I don't have a sister, but my brother, one is abroad. He's in Bahrain. He's a marketing supervisor there in a 5-star hotel.
Okay.
And the other brother is with me. He's with me working here online on an Bank, which is a blockchain company.
Okay, so what are the advantages and disadvantages of living where you live?
The advantages of living where I live, basically I live in 6th Road. It is quite congested, but the prime location of it, what makes it advantageable is its location, because it is quite near to Islamabad. But the disadvantage that we get from it is quite congested, and the expenses there of an house are much more as compared to the other places.
Okay, for example, I'm new here where you live. Could you recommend me a good restaurant?
Yes, I would recommend you a good restaurant. I mostly go to Saffron whenever I like to eat desi or fast food, because both of the options are available, and I would consider it as the best restaurant because it offers the great taste as well as at costable prices.
Okay, so what do you suggest I order there?
I would suggest you to order their chicken kadai, because it is quite cheap as compared to the inflation rising here in Pakistan, and it tastes quite good, and you can also customize it according to your choice, whatever way you like.
Okay, so after you have taken IELTS, what are your plans?
I'm planning to go for the USA, and I'm also thinking of Canada, but right now I'm only focusing on United States of America, and I'll probably go for my same course which I majored in recently in my graduation, and that is computer science.
Okay, and why are you interested in USA?
I've heard many good things about it. As you know, that it is one of the superpowers, and the quality of education there is quite good as compared to other, and you can also afford cost of living there and your expenses there as well. That's why. And there's a Silicon Valley there, and it has quietly excelled in the field that I want to go. That's why I'll prefer USA.
Fine. Okay, this is the end of your part 1. Moving on towards part 2. You can make your notes if you want to. You have a minute to think about the topic, and the topic is describe a course you took in your college or university. There you go with it. And your timer starts now. You have a minute to prepare, and you'll speak on that for next 2 minutes. You have 10 more seconds to prepare. Are you good to go?
Yes.
Can I get my card back?
Sure.
Okay.
So I would like to talk about the course that I learned, which was Android development, and I've been looking at it since the day I joined the university, because I'm very tech geek guy who likes to learn new skills, whatever they are to well. And recently, the most quiet thing that was quite encouraging to me was Android development, because the technology is not talk of the day. And the more you earn in software development, you can earn more. You have more wages. You can earn more wages. You have more salary as compared to other professions. And recently there has been also a COVID strike, and all of the jobs from offices were converted to the homes. So you would have to have a proper job where you can earn even from your home, which I'm now also doing as a digital marketer. And what it helped me through was self-belief. It allowed me to have an independence within myself, because before doing that I had a lot of not good belief in me, because I thought maybe I would not be able to do a project by myself. And after doing that, you also had to do a project at the end of the course, and I also majored in that, and I developed a game which was similar to the Ludo Star, but it had...
Right. Okay. Thank you very much for speaking that much for me. Now moving on towards part 3. How do you think studying overseas will be different to studying in your own country?
I think studying here in my home country is very so far backgrounded, because here we are still studying the same content there was available in the past 30 years, and we are studying on the same criteria, that we just go to the class and the teacher will speak and give you lecture from the slides. And as I am more focused on my skill learning, so I would say there is not a lot of skill learning here, and maybe there will be more interested in getting students to learn some skill.
Okay, so do you think you will have many difficulties adapting to a new culture where you would study?
No, I don't think so. I will welcome new lectures, and I am that kind of guy who will like to get out of its comfort zone and try to learn some new things from whatever culture they have to offer.
All right. Okay. Do you think that there will be any major changes in your field of study over the next few years?
Yes, I think there will be new changes in my field, as recently there has been a new AI advancement which is known as a ChatGPT. It has been the talk of the day since a few months, and it has changed the technological advancement ever before. You can, since my field is you have to write a code and a program so which will perform some function, but now since ChatGPT is available, you can just click right there whatever code you want to have, and it will provide you with the code.
Okay, all right, fine. So what do you intend to do once you have finished your studies?
Well, I have 5 years plan. First, I will complete my studies, then I will work as a software developer for a few years. Then after accessing enough knowledge from that field, I will try to build my own software house and try to sell softwares to the companies, and probably have my own company in Silicon Valley in USA.
Right, this is the end of your spoken test. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Very nice, very good, mashallah.
Thank you,
I
sir.
would like to clap for you behind the scene. Anyhow, dear, as far as you are concerned, if I could take my diary back.
Sure.
To me, overall, I'm very happy and surprised at the same time with the content you're bringing. The topic was basically of your interest, so which is why you had novel ideas or novelty in your talk. That was the best part in your talk. And most importantly, I found you super fluent throughout, which is also something I guess I need to appreciate. There were some occasional slips, of course. You were making some words which were somewhere nowhere in the dictionary. So it happens once we are more into fluency. Remember one thing, that they are not very much interested in what you are saying. They're interested in how you are saying.
Yes.
That is important. They don't have any scale for content. Okay, they have scale for fluency, for accuracy, for pronunciation. Yes. But there is no scale for content. So whatsoever you think is right is right. Fine. In part 1, you were very well. Advantageable, you tried making a word. So advantageous could have been done. You mentioned desi food. So whenever you're mentioning such thing like this, which is local term or indigenous term over here, it's better to add some general term as well. For example, we call it traditional food,
Yes.
and in our local term we call it desi food. So it is okay in this aspect. Other than that, part 1 went well. In part 2, the topic was of your interest as well again.
Yes.
So you were speaking very well on that. I did not choose it, but okay, this is what appeared in front. I found you quite well in part 2 as well, especially once you were building the argument. That was the best part. You knew what to say next than making it. But then I found you quite lagging in terms of having an eye contact with me, the way you're making it right now. Whenever you were speaking, you were over there to my plants perhaps. I know my office is good. but I was supposed to be your examiner, and there I was supposed to be with you. I found it less connected. It's good to have a good eye contact, be it video conferencing or in person. So it's better. If you do it on video conferencing, then normally you can just cancel it. Why? The thing that someone is dictating you, so you read it from somewhere. So if you are going for video conferencing, this is a sin you're not supposed to commit. In part 3, I have my doubts. What happened in part 3? It did not go that well as it was supposed to be gone. Like 6 to 8 phrases you should have spoken. But I found you speaking 3 phrases somewhere, you just cut it, abrupted. You were not very well on that. Can I get your insight on it?
I don't know. I think I should have spoken more.
Yeah, you were supposed to speak more on that. I found a thing like guy, stuff, such kind of informal words, which are rather... you can go to the level of semi-formal words, and of course formal they are there, but not informal words are supposed to be used like stuff and guy. Alright, I like the structure you said you would have to have, and such kind of structures in which I found you speaking perfect tenses and compound complex structures. That was the best part in part 3 too. For the fluency, I'll be giving you good score as well as for the pronunciation, but the vocabulary which you used, that was somehow not an argumentative kind of talk. It was like a conversation throughout. Of course it was conversation, but in part 2 you were supposed to build the thing, and an argumentation I guess you lack somehow. You're supposed to have more analytical, you're supposed to be more analytical and more responsive in that manner. Yeah, that's all I had to say about it. To my knowledge, or if it is pertaining to me, if you would speak like this, you would be between 6.5 to 7. Anything to say?
I'll work on the things that you have mentioned, and
Okay.
I'll try to improve it more.
Behind the scene, you were mentioning that you were preparing with us since last 3 weeks, right?
Yes.
So anything you would like to say about this institute to the audience?
So far I have found it very good, and I will recommend everyone to appear. If they want to appear on IELTS, they should come and have their preparation there.
Fine, you will get your check for this talk. All right, then. Thank you very much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in Rawalpindi Sadar as well as IELTS Islamabad. If you are preparing for IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, OET, SAT, or if you're interested to appear with the Cambridge for any kind of testings, as well as if you are trying to move abroad, UK, Australia, Canada, Malaysia, name any country, name any city, name any street, GSL Pakistan can help. God bless you all. Bye-bye.